All right, so here's the productivity calculation tool, and yeah, it's pretty basic and it's very simple. This table here is where you impute the task you have to do for the day. Every task has a weight, just like our courses in school had units. So there's 3 unit course, maybe 15 unit course, depending on how important that course was to the program, right? So in the same way, the task here has weights depending on how important the task is to your overall goals, or maybe your short-term goals, or maybe your long-term goals, or whatever you hope to achieve, or maybe if it's work, so maybe if it's your work goals. Now there is the level of completion. Level of completion measures how, to what extent you completed the task. So I use a 3-point scale starting from 0 to 3 for the level of completion. So if you completed the activity successfully completely that day, the level of completion will be a 3, right? If you, so I'll break that down here. Like I said before, the weights measures how important that task is. So 3 is most important, 2 is okay, it's important, 1 is the least important. Then for weight, 0 doesn't apply. So 0 only applies for, level of completion here. So that's why I put an X here. Now for the level of completion, 3 is this, that. All right. Now let's start to fill in the task and see how it works. So say I have to finish chapter 1 of my report, and yeah, and that is important to me, and I have to clean my room as well, and I have to also respond to work emails. If you want to add more rows to the table, it's very easy. All you need to do is right click the left edge there and then click insert. Once you click insert, you can add table rows above or below. All right, so now let's start assigning weights to our tasks. Because finishing chapter 1 of my report is very important, maybe I have to submit the report by the end of this week, right? So since it's that important, I'll assign it a 3. Now cleaning my room is definitely important, but it's not as important as, finishing my report. So I'll give it a 1. It's actually least important because I can get away with not doing it, right? Now responding to work emails is important, but it's not as important as finishing chapter 1 of my report, at least to me. So I'll give it a 2, right? What makes your task important is depends on the impact not completing that task will have on your overall goals, right? So using that idea, then you can easily judge which is important and which is not important. All right, so let's continue. So at the end of the day, when I'm going through the task I did for the day, now did I complete my report, the chapter 1 of my report or not? If I did, I'll assign it a 3, right? Clean my room. So let's say I didn't clean my room, so that's a 0. Then did I respond to my work emails? Maybe there were particular emails I needed to respond to. Maybe I completed some but not all. Maybe I didn't read all of them, or maybe I read all of them but I didn't respond to all of them. Then I'll give it a 2, right? I'll give it a 2 for that one. So now your productivity is measured. Is that simple. So that's exactly how I measure my productivity for the day. So with this, now you can store this value wherever you want to, say in your journal or in your diary or wherever you keep track of your day. Okay, so wherever you keep track of your day, you can put in the value there. Right, so that's how I measure, that's how I calculate it. Now for simplicity, I didn't show the intricate steps and how the productivity is calculated, but just know that it's calculated using the weighted average. So if you have any idea of the weighted average, you can go and check it out. Okay, so I calculated it using the weighted average, but for simplicity and for aesthetics, I decided not to include like all the rows or the columns or the math involved, so it's just simple. Now lastly, although I'm using a 3-point scale, if you choose to use a 5-point scale, for example, you can change this maximum level of completion to 5. Okay, but the thing now, note that when you change it to 5, make sure you have a scale for that. So if you are choosing 5, it means that 5 means you totally completed it. Maybe 4 means almost completed, 3 means halfway completed, 2 means started but nothing. Like, you can grade it that way, but then you have to make it as 5 here, and then response work emails in my case probably be like 3 or 4, depends. Do you understand? So, but for me, I use a 3-point scale. So exactly. So just let me know what you think about it. Let me know if it's really important to you, if there are improvements I can make. I actually like using Excel a lot. So most times I just think about what I can do to make my life easier with Excel. So thank you and have a nice day.